With the next operation approaching, Platinum5 has published the third dev blog. There's quite a bit to go over, but not as much as last time. I'm here to give my thoughts on everything mentioned, as well as pitch a few ideas and inspire some discussion and comments. In typical fashion, a disclaimer. Everything in the dev blog is subject to change, and my thoughts are simply that, my thoughts. I make no claim that my opinions lie in the origin of greatness, so with that said, let's dive in. If you've read the first dev blog, you'll know that the North Island is going to be home to the enemy stronghold. Originally owned by Russian forces, this site has been occupied and heavily fortified by the PODs. Expect enemies to behave differently than at other outposts. I seriously hope that the devs deliver on making this place a challenge, because at the moment, raiding locations comes down to memorization of spawn locations and outranging the enemy. If any place is going to define the open world aspect of the game, I want it to be this. In addition to a hardened central stronghold, I think randomizing enemy spawn locations and adding patrols will encourage players to recce an area before opening fire. Not only can this promote replayability, but also add a more passive and strategic side to the game. This in turn can lead to more recon-oriented features like, and I'm just spitballing, map markers, enhanced sensor packages for aircraft or unmanned aerial vehicles. Before we move on, I would like to congratulate the 6 new builders hired by Platinum5 to work on new player vs player and raid mode maps. I've got high expectations for the next operation, but have no doubt that they'll deliver. As with past operations, this one is going to come with new weapons, but with a wild card, collectibles. That's right, in the next operation you will have the chance to obtain weapons through the completion of raid mode missions. Some of these firearms will be specialized variants designed for niche applications, such as the MP5 SD. Platinum5 has only released screen caps of the Steyr AUG, but if all of the new weapons look as stunning as this, then I am stoked. Just take it in for a moment. Hardly anyone's going to notice the little takedown pins or cheek recessions, but it shows how much time and effort and attention to detail was put into making them. It's amazing work. I do hope that at some point the old weapon models can be brought up to these standards. Staying on topic though, I think that players should be equipped with the reward weapons for whatever mission they're earned in. This may seem strange at first, so hear me out. Having the weapon from the very start helps introduce its characteristics while also giving players an opportunity to familiarize themselves with them. It would be even better if the specialist weapons were equipped for missions that they shine in. For example, the MP5 SD would probably make its entrance in a stealthy, close quarters mission, whereas the AUG and its special optic would make more sense in mixed range scenarios where players are juggling between engagement distances. By doing this, weapons are defined by the missions they are used in. Being able to use the features early makes the player comfortable applying them to other scenarios after they've earned the weapon. It also gives each firearm a sense of character and place in the game. Probably the most important part highlighted in this entry is an overhaul to the character model. You have no doubt I'm looking forward to this. Personally, I think movement in BRM5 is clunky, relative even to something like Arma 3. In addition to cleaning up unnecessary code, animations for crouching will be corrected from squatting to a more proper quote-unquote take a knee stance. One of the bigger fixes is a redo of the IK rigs, making animations appear client-side while also improving performance. IK in video games, especially Roblox, is far more tiresome to work with than IK in robotics. Those magical foot planting animations that you see in game take far longer to perfect than you'd think. If you want to complain about the animation quality right now, let me tell you that Stylus Studios needed 3 months to develop their IK rigs and then continued to work on them for months following. Not only that, they're using R6. BRM5 uses R15. Despite my opinion of them, the current animations are incredibly underappreciated. In addition to different animation rigs, I would like to see how much of a performance difference would be made by simplifying the world models of weapons and gear. Performance is one of the biggest issues BRM5 is facing right now, so I want to see how the devs can extend optimization not only for animations but the physical parts of the game. Giving us options can help those on lower end devices to maintain a competitive edge. Furthermore, apart from fixing the camera position when down, first person is getting a much needed update consisting of new arm models that will now reflect the clothing worn by the player. These new arms will come with new animations, so definitely look forward to that. Of all of the animations though, I hope there is a smoother transition between sprinting and raising your weapon. Something else I would like to see are animations for various interactions such as patching up teammates or opening doors. That's about it for DevBlog 3. If you got a suggestion for the game, head over to the Platinum5 Discord server. You'll be able to get development updates as well as hang out with other players. I'm planning on making a few videos on my personal suggestions for the game, but I'm always open to more ideas. If you want me to talk about a certain game mechanic or a piece of content, leave it down in the comments. But until next time, stay safe.